Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of JaybirdTV. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you're ready for Thanksgiving. I know I am. It's one of my favorite holidays, hands down, just eating food and hanging out with family. Such a good time. I'm probably gonna eat a ridiculous amount of food. I feel like I already eat a lot and I just prepare myself, just get the metabolism cranking, fast for a little bit, and then smash as much food as humanly possible. So just getting started on this very cool V2, V3 here. This route is a great introduction to this entire set, which is everything felt a little more outdoorsy to me. What I mean by that is that, one, the routes felt a little bit harder, and two, the movement just felt a little more like you'd find outside. For example, I feel like you often find laybacks or kind of consistent pulling type movement like that, and some of the movement felt a little bit funkier as well. So inside you can create these really fun and flowy feeling routes, which I do love. It's a great way to get to know the movement of climbing. But I feel that outdoors, you oftentimes are smearing and you don't get great feet. It's very core intensive. You're often tracking as well, using the same spots for your feet that you did your hands. So this green route is a great indication of this entire set. So not only is this one very hard, but a little bit funkier movement, a little more outdoorsy feeling. So here I'm trying to go up right and then left to create the tension that I need to then continue to move up the route, but I do pop off. So flash go is gone. I'm getting back on here. And I do switch up how I attempt the beginning. I switch my hands, I go left. And there's a side pull there, kind of get into the side pull. Then I'm able to move up and get my left hand, get that right foot out to create some tension. And I'm unsure of where to go from here, so I do go up left, only to realize that is not the move, and then get readjusted here and see the foot that I need to use. So I get the right foot and kind of push between my left arm and right foot to get the right hand set. From here, moving up is a bit tricky. So I do bump the left hand, and then this is a little powerful, but just swing up left. I probably should have gotten my feet out to the left and started to create tension, but was unsure of exactly what I was doing, I suppose. So I kind of just power my way through. I'm able to pull through those last crimps, and then finally get some tension on the left side of the wall. And this hop out felt tricky too. I had to get my weight just right to get the right hand up, and I probably could have controlled that for a little bit longer. But wow, what a tough V4, V5. I honestly kind of love that this set is a little bit stouter, and I understand why. So originally they had the competition, and things for the competition were definitely hard. They were created to be able to be sent. Obviously you want people to get things and to be hyped, but to have to work for them. So the set they did right after the competition was a little bit softer, I think, just to kind of get people back into the swing of things and feeling confident. And then people complained that things were too easy. So this set, they definitely made things quite a lot harder. Case in point, this V6, V7 here, the crimp I'm on just felt very small, and I'm trying to, move my way down to my feet in order to get my right hand up, and just popped right off. Those big holds too look like they'd be jugs, and they're rather quite slopey. So it's important to keep your weight down, and then to kind of shift your weight onto your feet and use your hips to move your weight around. And I love that you do need to walk your feet up. Once again, just feeling a bit outdoorsy, from really slopey holds to really crimpy ones. Apologize about the camera shaking. The gym just felt really busy when I was trying to film these last couple days. So I definitely have some weird angles. This is like under a feature part of the wall because there was the least people there, but then people started climbing there. So I'll try and go when the gym's a little bit quieter. But did manage to get it there just by crimping my brains out. I really just crimped super hard in the left hand, swung up and caught the right. It felt a bit desperate, but thankfully it did hold. So V6, V7 down. CJ there, my man, he's joining me in this session as well. We're gonna be getting on the really difficult new project at the end. It was actually the beginning of our session, but I kind of just organized things by the V grade, kind of going up. So this is a way more my style V6, V7 here. So this is a little more overhung and just kind of jumping around and catching yourself on pretty good holds. Pinchy, and the ones that look slopey are actually pretty good as well. So I'm able to kind of just powerfully jump around. jump, jump to jump to jump to jump, and grab those holds. This part felt pretty awesome. Felt a little sideways before I jumped out right. And just nice to get some good holds. I feel like I hadn't even had good holds on the green V4, V5. They're all pretty slopey and whatnot. So just getting some dynamic movement felt great. I would almost change the grades though. I felt the green was a little bit harder than the black to me. But stylistically, the black is a lot more up my alley. And here we got an attempted handstand, or a cartwheel. We were just playing around the gym and trying to do that and getting some good laughs in. So next up is this blue route. This one did give me quite a lot of trouble. So I attempted this very end of my session on the first day. And I'd seen one person climb it, but I didn't really pay attention, so I didn't know what the beta was. So I'm kind of figuring that out. As you can see, readjusting my hands here to get set. And from the match, going up and bumping the right hand. And this movement is really interesting. So what I had to do, and I'm really trying to figure out the proper movement, you need to push with your left arm and then lock it out. And I found it was easiest to flag with my foot that was off and then catch that right. It's like pretty controlled when I do it there, but it didn't feel very controlled. It felt pretty desperate. It's difficult to see, but there's two little screw-ons that make up a pinch there. And this is the crux here, going out left. And the hold is actually quite good, but it's really difficult to go from that position. So I come back and get on this right away, and I'm feeling fresh, feeling good. But man, I was barn dooring off that so much. The difficulty is that, in here I'm trying to get my left foot up to go out static, but I was unable to do that. So the difficulty is that the right hand is not very good, and the left hand is great. So when you grab it, all of your weight swings behind you and out left. And what I assumed I would have to do is just snipe my foot, but when I try and snipe the foot, it didn't really work out very well. So here's a go from the bottom. I have a new beta in mind, and that beta is to use my core, squeeze hard, crimp hard, and just try and control the movement. So just getting set up. Still love that move right. I catch the right hand and do a hand-foot match. And I do not turn my knee. I just go out left and just squeeze really hard. Was almost a bit surprised that I was able to control it that much on that go, but pretty psyched about that too. Getting the send there. Definitely had to work for that one. I almost feel like the yellow was a little bit harder, but the yellow just relied on crimp strength, where that was almost a little more coordinated. And here we are, my friends, at the, I think it's a V9 for sure, but V8, V9, black holds. Man, this thing was V nails, super tough. So just getting the heel set and trying to find the left hand. So what you have for this route, you have the starting hold, which is pretty bomber, the rail that we're matching on, which is also pretty bomber, and then some holds that are not so bomber. So they're basically foot chips on the feature. And what you need to do, pardon me, is hit the first left hand, hit a really bad undercling side pull, and then bump your left hand down to another really rough foot chip. And then get your right hand out of the first pretty rough foot chip, and then go out to the pinch. So just consistently, really difficult. We were working at move by move because we were unable to do most of the moves in isolation. And certainly from the start, it's just difficult to link them. They're trying to get a heel hook to move up to the next section. So this is the following day. I'm coming back and just working on this. Man, really finger intensive. This thing felt so hard. For the next section, I was kind of wondering what to do, but it seems like you match on the pinch by smearing your left foot on that bottom feature, jumping up right, and there's yet another tiny foot chip on the feature. I guess you're supposed to match it. And here, shout out from our sponsors. No, it's actually just some people in the gym just playing around and putting a cookie in front of there. Pretty hilarious. Wish I had a cookie right now, honestly. Here, matching the feature, and then I guess you're supposed to go up right. The issue is that those next holds are pretty sloped. And I don't exactly know how to do the top. I've not even really gotten that far. But from the bottom here, just giving it a go. Hitting that left little tiny chip. Switching the heel to a toe. Hitting the undercling, which is hard. And then once again, you bump that left hand down. Snag that, cut feet, go up to the next foot trip. So, man, this thing is the nails. It felt really hard. It did get sent. My boy Brendan, who was a local strongman, sent it. Said it was one of the hardest indoor routes he's ever done. So to me, that makes me really realize how hard this thing is. I think I could do it though. I don't know how much time I'll actually put into it. I'm going outside pretty soon, and I feel like I'll benefit more from moonboarding. Moonboarding feels just about as hard as this thing does to me, but I might give it another day or two. Pretty cool movement. Once again, this feels outdoorsy, man. Just getting some really tough heels and toes, crimpy small holds to big moves to a good hold to really small bad holds to like no feet. Man, just super cool route with V nails. Was certainly tossing me around. So that is going to conclude this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Much love, fam. Peace.